Ladies and gentlemen of the listening audience, good evening. This is Edwin Harlow, your faithful chronicler of the day's events, speaking on this January 19th, 2026. Since the wires last hummed with urgency on Friday evening, the world has turned with fresh developments. We proceed with calm resolve, noting only what has transpired in these brief days, beginning with a matter of grave domestic concern. The Department of Justice has launched an inquiry into a profound disruption at City's Church in St. Paul, Minnesota. On the 18th, as stated by Assistant Attorney General Harmeet Dillon, anti-ICE protesters stormed the Sunday service, invading the sacred space of worship, interrupting the congregation in prayer, and confronting parishioners over a pastor's alleged ties to immigration and customs enforcement. Chanting demands for justice in a recent fatal incident, the demonstrators halted proceedings entirely, prompting federal scrutiny. Attorney General Pam Bondi vowed the full force of law against such interference. Dillon highlighted potential charges under the Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances Act and the Enforcement Act of 1871, known as the Ku Klux Klan Act, which safeguards civil rights from intimidation. Notably, journalist Don Lemon, present for coverage, draws mention in the probe, with Dillon asserting journalism offers no shield from liability. One reflects quietly on the rising tensions in our nation when protesters invade a house of worship, an affront to the most fundamental freedoms of faith and assembly. May justice prevail and uphold the sanctity of the sanctuary. Across the Atlantic, the situation at Ukraine's Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant remains precarious. The International Atomic Energy Agency Director General, on the 16th, confirmed agreement from both the Russian Federation and Ukraine for a localized ceasefire. This allows repairs to commence on the last remaining backup power line, vital to averting further peril amid ongoing military activity. One reflects quietly on the fragility. Power disruptions persist, underscoring the need for restraint to safeguard nuclear safety. In the Middle East, the Security Council on the 14th adopted Resolution 2812, extending the Secretary General's monthly reporting on Houthi attacks in the Red Sea until 15th July 2026. Adopted by 13 votes in favor with abstentions from China and the Russian Federation, the measure recalls prior condemnations of strikes on merchant vessels. No new incidents since September 2025, yet the environment stays volatile. One might observe, with a touch of irony, how linked tensions to distant conflicts tempt broader involvement. No cap on the gravity, as wiser counsel urges avoiding overseas adventurism that could entangle our republic anew. On Iran, the Security Council convened an emergency session on the 15th to address the regime's crackdown amid nationwide protests. The U.S. Treasury, on the 16th, imposed sanctions against architects of the brutal response to peaceful demonstrators. Reports speak of mass arrests and significant loss of life since late December. Your chronicler notes the familiar peril. Such crises may invite intervention, risking another costly foreign fray. Bet restraint prevails. Brief pause. And now, a word from our sponsor. Gentlemen, when the day's labors weigh heavy, reach for a Chesterfield. They're milder, they satisfy. Made with the finest tobaccos, Chesterfield brings that smooth draw you've come to trust. Whether at the office or fireside, Chesterfield is the cigarette of discernment. Ask for Chesterfield at your tobacconists today, because quality never goes out of style. Returning to the air, we turn to the sporting fields, where the National Football League divisional playoffs delivered stirring drama. In the AFC, the Denver Broncos edged the Buffalo Bills 33-30 in overtime, though quarterback Bo Nix suffered a broken ankle, sidelining him. The New England Patriots bested the Houston Texans 28-16. In the NFC, the Seattle Seahawks dominated the San Francisco 49ers 41-6, while the Los Angeles Rams triumphed over the Chicago Bears 20-17 in overtime. Thus, the conference championships await. Broncos at Patriots in the AFC, Rams at Seahawks in the NFC. Stout contests all round as the gridiron saga presses on. Thank you, dear listeners. This is Edwin Harlow. Stay vigilant. May reason guide us. Good night, and God be with you.